Konnichiwa, senpai desu. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to draw anime hair like a pro. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's easy. Just draw a few swooshes and let your creativity flow through you. I'm afraid the only thing flowing through you is stupidity. If you rely solely on your creativity, your hair might end up like this. So if you want to draw your hair like a pro, you need to understand and master these key concepts: structure and shapes, proportion, perspective, line art, and details. So in this video, we're going to break down each of these elements one by one, making them easy to understand and apply. But before that, do you know there's another way to improve your art at an even faster pace? Yes, by learning from an art course directly. Introducing drawing a character illustration in Photoshop, searching for the light from Wing Fox. Step by step, this course will show you how to put your vague ideas on canvas. You can create a highly completed commercial illustration from scratch with rich content in the foreground, midground, and background. Besides, you will grasp the ideas of illustration design and master the technique, as well as how to make realistic bubble decoration, translucent towel, water waves, and textures of skin, hair, metal, and matte fabric. Also, this course provides you with rich resources, including a sea of Photoshop brushes and references. Furthermore, it also shares how to use Oniric Glow Generator. To start your learning journey with Wing Fox, click the link in the description down below and simply enter the special discount code WFM15 for an extra 15% off. In real life, hair is incredibly complex as it's made up of countless individual strands. Unless you've got all the time in the world, drawing each strand is not practical. So instead, we simplify this complex structure into three main sections, which are the bangs, the sides, and the back. Anime hair is indeed a simplified version compared to realistic portraits, but it's still crucial to understand the basics if you want your anime hair to look authentic and believable. Let's start with the front hair, aka the bangs. In the world of Japanese idols, there's a saying, "Idol wa maegami wa inochi," which translates to, "Bangs are the life of an idol." I would say this not only applies to 3D idols, but also to any of their 2D anime characters. Basically, bangs is a section of hair which lies over the forehead and is often at the front and center in anime hair. Then, you should further split the bangs into three more parts, one in the middle and two at the side. Imagine as if you're sticking three pieces of rectangular sticky notes onto your character's forehead. Now, the side hair in anime is like a frame for the face because it acts as a balance of the hairstyle. Whether it's short and straight or long and wavy, there's plenty of diversity in anime side hairstyles. Start by marking the locations of the hair parts and how it drapes around the face. Using the same metaphor, stick one piece of rectangular sticky notes at each side of your head. Make sure you adjust their size and direction to keep it natural. The back hair is like the anchor of an anime hairstyle, tying everything together. Whether it's a short bob, flowing locks, or a black long straight, the back hair can drastically alter a character's overall appearance. The flow of the hair all comes from the same spot, aka the hair swirl. It's located at the top of our head and acts like an anchor that guides the flow of the hair. It's the place where our hair sprout and grow from. This point provides a direction to the hair, making it look more realistic and natural. You should be able to pinpoint the location of the hair swirl if you draw the head with the box method. Of course, the hair swirl could be in other spots too, depending on the character or the hairstyle they're after. Now, let's delve deeper into the most crucial element among our three key concepts: proportion.
What are you talking, senpai? I get it if you are referring to facial or body proportion, but hair?
Yes, that is correct. The rhythm and proportion of hair follows a 6:3:1 ratio. It basically means dividing 10 into the ratio of 6, 3, and 1. This rhythmic proportion will help to induce a sense of space in your drawing. It follows the theory where closer objects seem larger, while distant ones seem smaller. So in a 6:3:1 split, the 6 portion appears nearer to the viewer, and the 1 portion appears farther, giving your drawing depth and perspective. As the hair is divided into 3 sections, you'll find that the proportions between different parts of the hair generally fall around the 6:3:1 ratio. I mean, take a look at Ilulu from Kobayashi Dragon. Those badonkas are just way too big for her size, and they look kinda strange. And that's why hair proportions are important. Now, let's put this into practice by drawing a female hairstyle. Firstly, start with the shape of the head, and then move on to those airy bangs. The key here is to split your sections according to the 6:3:1 rule. Fill in the details of the front hair, then move on to the back. The tricky part here is to maintain the 6-3-1 proportion, even in the front hair. This 6-3-1 rule can also be applied to drawing hair strands as well as hair ends. If you look carefully, the hair strands I drew follow the 6-3-1 split. If it is divided into a ratio of 8:1:1, it lacks the strong sense of rhythm that 6-3-1 has. However, if it is evenly divided into 1:1:1, it appears even worse. And this is the precise mistake that I often observe beginners make when drawing hair. Yamete kuda stop. Remember, 6-3-1 is the correct answer. Now, this can be quite a head scratcher for many of you kuhais. But don't worry, this problem could be easily solved with the box method. So, what is this box method, you ask? The box method is a simple technique where we imagine the head as a box. It helps you to better understand the direction of each surface of the face and makes it easier to get those perspectives right. Now, it's time to put all the knowledge you have learned so far into tests. I will use this example for demonstration purposes. Step 1. Split the hair into 3 sections: the bangs, the sides, and the back. Remember to split them according to the 6-3-1 rule. Step 2. Imagine you're sticking pieces of paper onto the box to represent these hair sections. Make sure the flow of the hair all comes from the hair swirl. Step 3. Apply the 6-3-1 rule to drawing hair strands and even hair ends. And there you have it, folks. Simple, isn't it? One common mistake that beginners make is drawing their hair like a one-sided flat surface. The hair is actually two-sided and they can bend or twist. As for the hair swirl, it's only visible from a top-down perspective, so don't fall into the trap of drawing a hair swirl from a bottom view. Your draft is now ready for line art. Let's start with line weight, because the thickness of your lines matter. By playing around with the line weight, you can create an illusion of a light source, depth, and even shadows. For example, thicken the lines on one side of the hair strand and you've got a shadow. On the contrary, keep the lines thin on the other side and the hair will look as if you're shining a light on it. Next up, we've got one more ace up our sleeve, adding occlusion shadow. This is the secret sauce for making your anime hair look super lifelike. All you need to do is just add a small black triangle at these spaces, the part where you think light won't reach. Once you're done, you'll notice an instant pop in your drawing. It's like turning on the upgrade switch for your anime hair. Line art may seem easy, but it's important to not rush it, because great line art takes a cool head and a steady hand. Rush through it and you could end up with shaky or broken lines, disrupting the flow of your art. So don't be shy to hit that CTRZ combo on your keyboard. It's there to help you out. Spam it like there's no tomorrow until you get the line that makes you say, yes, that's it. Here's a hot tip for you. Try using S or J strokes when sketching out those hair strands. They'll give you that sleek and curvy look that anime hair is all about. When it comes to adding details in line art, we've got plenty of options out there. Some of you might prefer to keep it simple, just a few clean lines, not too much fuss, and you've got that crisp look down. But there are those of you who love complex visuals. You like adding in all those intricate lines and patterns to create dynamic hair designs. And you know what? Whether you're team simple or team complex, neither is better than the other. It's all about what suits your style and what you feel comfortable with. Just remember, the amount of detail doesn't automatically mean better quality. An easy way to navigate through the process of detailing is to find an artist whose works just clicks with you. Once you've found them, study their work. Look at the type of lines they use, where they place them, and how they contribute to the overall look. This is not just about copying, it's about understanding their approach and techniques and adding your personal touch to it. So try your hand at mimicking their style because it's a fantastic way to sharpen your skills. Also, don't just stick to one artist or style. Soak up inspiration from different artists and mix their techniques. And that's all for today's anime hair tutorial. I hope you kuhais have picked up some useful tricks along the way. If you're interested in the materials I use for this tutorial, you can get your hands on them by signing up for my Patreon. You'll get access to all my PSD files, and I've thrown in some exercises for you guys to practice your newfound hair drawing skills. Feel free to support me on Patreon, I really appreciate it. Please drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter. DM me if you want a commission from me. Alright, that's all from me. Ja na, kuhais.